Hello, everyone. Welcome to the day 13th of Tips for Successful Living. Welcome to day 13th of Tips for Successful Living. Have you ever heard of the statement, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. The tips for today's the tip for today's discussion is be supportive of people on your journey to success. Be supportive of people on your journey to success. This is because we always say that success is not a destination, it's a journey. We keep moving till we can't move anymore. And that is important because we really need to understand why we need to be able to achieve the things we want to achieve. And the definition of success is making us understand that it's not about the achievement, one time achievement that we're trying to achieve, but it's about of the continuous process. And that means that it's going to need a lot of effort, a lot of togetherness, and a lot of help from other people. Hence, the emphasis on the distance that is being covered versus the speed. And in physics, they make us understand that speed is very important. Speed equals distance by time, and the goal is to increase the speed as much as possible. But in real life, speed is very important, but it's probably not the most important thing. It's how much you can cover as you go. And that emphasize on the far versus the fast. The thing about being supportive is we always have to think about it in form of seed time and harvest. Because if you're just thinking about the fact that you're trying to support somebody and you're not even sure they're going to support you back or they're even going to appreciate the fact that you are supporting them, then it's easy to be discouraged and not support when you're supposed to support. But you understand that it's not really about them alone. Yes, people might develop entitlement mentality as if they act as if you owe them this, and if you don't do this, I really don't have to ask you of this. You have to do it for me. It's all about me. You owe me this, and you have to give me this, and things like that. People come up with that kind of attitude, and I think it's just discourage people from being supportive and things like that. But that's just one side of looking at it. The other side is looking at it from your own side. What can benefit you on your journey to success? Because you're still trying to see who you can be supportive to. And the reality of it is that you cannot be supportive to everybody that needs your support. That's the reality of life. People are going to ask you for things, people are going to ask you for help. Sometimes you cannot do anything about it. That's life because you are not in a position to do something about it. And they might not understand, or they can decide not to understand. And that can cause friction and things like that. But then as much as possible, that's what we're talking about. As much as possible, when it's within your power, when it's not gonna distract you from your own journey through life, you can try to be supportive. And even if the person is not reciprocating the support, and that person will eventually, because of the law of seed and harvest, seed time and harvest, that whatever you put out will at some point come back to you. Whatever you put out into the atmosphere will at some point come back to you, even if it's not coming from the same person. And that include being supportive the way you can. And it's sometimes it's little things. And I've seen a lot of people that just they always think of support in terms of money. That's not that's not always what we're talking about. There's always something you can do to support another person. And I think it's a lie. People tell themselves that there's nothing I can do. I don't have any position to support somebody. There's always something you can do to support another person. And the way support works and the way life works is that when you support doing A, for example, the support you get back might not be A, it might be somebody doing B to you. And usually it might be that B is what you need. And all you need to do is to do something in form of A to another person so that they can give you the B that you need. But then as humans, we will focus on the B that we're not getting. And we are not going to be able to see the A action, so to say, that you can do to someone else so that you can get the B that you need. There's always something you can do to support another person. It's not always about money. It's about the willingness to do something to support another person the little way you can. And the good thing about little things is that when you put little things together, they become big. So even though you're thinking, well, if I do this, it's going to be too small for this person because they're a big man, a big person, it's probably not going to make any difference in their life. Well, think about it this way. If that little thing that you say you don't want to do, now you think it's too small, somebody is doing it, and a person is doing it, and a person is doing it, when you put it together, it becomes a big thing. That's the way life's supposed to be, and that's the way you can really go far versus just going fast. Because you can just go fast alone, and after some time you get tired, and you see this every time. People get tired. It's life. It's not as easy as we want it to be. Therefore, it's always good to be supportive of other people when you have the chance to do so. And we're not saying to be supportive to everyone because that's not what we're talking about. Just do something for somebody, and when you have another chance, do something for another person, one person at a time. That's what we're talking about. And before you know it, you are changing and supporting a life that needs support. And somehow the good thing is going to come back to you at some point so that you can also get the energy and the encouragement to keep going on your own journey. Again, the tip for today is to be supportive of people on your journey to success. If you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, you go together. Thank you for joining today on Tips for Successful Living. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. If you have a question, if you have a comment, if you disagree or agree with what I said, you can put it in the comment section. And it's been nice having this chat. Bye.